That's Craig. Let's start, shall we, with City's win against Crystal Palace. Pretty forgettable, I suppose. Kun Aguero's the big story. A great goal for him.
Yeah, the drama. The drama unfolding around Europe is tangible. Yeah, I mean, a little reminder there from Aguero. Obviously, 2 quick goals in the second half done. Many changes for City, as expected, ahead of the return leg against PSG, which is far from done. So no surprises, he shuffled the pack completely. But yeah, you're right. A little reminder there that great ball into him from Mendy. Typical Sergio Aguero, 1 touch out his feet and then smashes it into the roof of the net. And whilst I think we know he won't start in midweek, we saw him in the Carabao Cup final for those people that watched that. And you and I were laughing as he stood and warmed up on the touchline, what seemed to be forever when the game was at 0-0. And he kept looking to the bench and saying, you do realise this game needs a goal. And so, I think from him going into this midweek fixture, which could be huge, you just don't know. I think we'll still see him on the bench, but I think a little nudge and a wink to Guardiola to say, listen, I know I'm leaving at the end of the year, but if you need me against PSG, I can deliver.
It's not a bad person to call on, is it, Frank? As Craig says, you can't imagine this goal today will completely change Pep Guardiola's mind, and he'll start against PSG, but not a bad person to have on the bench.
Of course not. I mean, he's a legend. He scored, I think, 258 goals or 259 goals for Manchester City. He showed that he's very useful when he's on the field, and he's still. And today he was a fantastic control and a good shot. And it's a 1-0, and it's the beginning of a win for Manchester against Crystal Palace. But yeah, I agree with Craig. I think, and I agree with you. I don't think it's going to change Guardiola's way of thinking about the next game, and I don't think Aguero is going to be on the field against Paris Saint-Germain. But he's a real option, and at some point he needs to get a goal. Yeah, we can see maybe Aguero coming on.
He could go pretty much anywhere, couldn't he, Craig, in the summer? He still clearly got it.
Oh, absolutely. Obviously there's no transfer fee, and so it'll be wages, which, you can still demand a big salary. Obviously, that will be driven by the budgets of the pandemic and the problems that's caused clubs. But there'll still be people willing, I would imagine, to shell out maybe on a year or 2 contract for him, come in, pay him big bucks for 12 to 24 months and get him to do a job. I mean, I don't know who that is, but I would certainly still have him around my club, around my side. For example, I don't think it will happen, but had he been in that Chelsea side in recent weeks, I think he would have had a barrel load.
Yeah.
So, I still think clearly he's good enough. I mean, he's had a few problems this year with injuries, had an issue with COVID as well, so it's been far from ideal. But no, it's going to be interesting to see where he goes. But he's far from finished when you see some of the people plodding around some of the clubs in Europe still getting a game as a front man.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.